Hey guys, I'm Johnny from Johnny's Jiu-Jitsu. I'm here with 4th degree black belt Professor Rupp. I'm probably going to butcher it. My Portuguese isn't so good. Lucky for me, the professor's an outstanding gentleman, and he's going to work with me here. We'll get my Portuguese straightened out. Oh man, just killed it in an incredible seminar with the professor. He showed us some incredible moves. You guys will get a chance to see one of those, and I hope you guys enjoy it and can put it to use in your gym as well. Professor, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and share your knowledge with us and talk to us today. You've been doing this for so long, 20 years now almost. What made you start Jiu-Jitsu? What made you want to start training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu back when you were younger?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, it's a pleasure. I've been doing things like fighting since I was 10. I did some karate, judo, and when I first saw Jiu-Jitsu, I was kind of scared, like, oh my gosh, I'm not able to do that. I was like, oh, that's too much to me, it's so confused. But once I started to do Jiu-Jitsu, it was like, love for sight.
Who influenced you? Who shaped you? Who maybe was the icon for you to start Jiu-Jitsu? A lot of people, it's Elio Gracie or Carlson Gracie or any of those guys. Who drew you into Jiu-Jitsu? Who's your inspiration?
Royce Gracie. Yeah, for sure. When I first saw him fighting, it was amazing. Like magic. His Jiu-Jitsu just flowing, and he's also facing just big guys, and it was amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Being in the game for so long, for 20 years, you're now traveling, you're doing seminars, you've got your camp down in Floripa, the Floripa camp, where you've got over 40 black belt instructors on the mats at any time, coming together, merging ideas. What does something like that mean to you? What's that like? What can somebody expect to get out of that if they go to this camp? Tell me a little bit about the Floripa Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu camp that you sponsored.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge, man. I'm very excited about that. Like we'll have over 40 black belts on the mat, changing and also recycling skills and techniques. It's gonna be a very good exchange. People coming from all over the world, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, and is that for anybody? Is that like white belt, or is that only a black belt thing, or?
Yeah, regardless of age or sex or any kind of people can show up and start to do that camp. All of you guys are very welcome.
Yeah. When is that going to go? When does that camp go? Is that a yearly thing? What's the dates for that?
Yeah, it's coming up next July 10th to 20th. In Florianopolis, we'll have all the things to our participants, like 4-star hotels, transportation, meals. Everything is going to be set in the same local area, in the hotel, and it's probably the biggest camp ever.
Awesome. That's incredible. That's amazing. So you come together, you put those ideas together, and then you take these ideas and you meld them each year, and they create a better Jiu-Jitsu. And I know your Thiago Tavares is from the UFC.
Yeah.
His trainer, his Jiu-Jitsu trainer,
Yeah.
and I know you know what you're doing, because he's got 11 submission wins. He's got 0 submission losses. So nobody's ever tapped this guy out in the cage. He's tapping people out left and right in the cage, submitting them. What is it like to be a trainer or a coach for somebody in the big show?
It's kind of easy. He's well prepared. He's an amazing person, very well prepared, fantastic fighter, and he's always surprising and learning and improving his techniques a lot. I know it's tough, you get facing just toughest guys in the world. But it's part, he's very well prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a jiu-jitsu player, as somebody who comes from a jiu-jitsu background and goes into an MMA stage, what's the biggest threat to a jiu-jitsu guy inside the cage? Is it maybe another jiu-jitsu guy? Is it a striker? Is it somebody with really great boxing? What does a jiu-jitsu guy in the cage have to watch for?
You know what? You have to adjust. There's no perfect fight for MMA. It's totally different. You have to adjust to jiu-jitsu, boxing, or even Muay Thai. But for jiu-jitsu guys, it's always changing. You know, like sometimes the wrestlers they're kind of tough, and strikers. I cannot say that. You know, this is the challenge for jiu-jitsu because I know one thing: you have to know jiu-jitsu. Everybody has to know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's a good deal. You must be immensely proud of him. Is there anybody else that's up and coming that we should be watching out for that's going to break it big on the MMA stage that you're working out with right now? Somebody that you're training? Is there another guy that's going to be breaking into UFC that we should be watching for?
Yeah, under our school, the guys in charge of the MMA stuff is Charlie Tavares. Yeah, he's got a good camp, very good guys under his responsibility. It's growing. I've seen guys like Nazareno, Malagari, Argentina, also Santiago, Ivan Batman, Thiago, Ricardo Celoni is also fighting for Bellator as Nazareno. Yeah, we got good guys coming, light guys, but they very good.
Awesome. I have to ask you, we're filming this. I appreciate it. It's going to end up on the internet. 20 years ago, you started jiu-jitsu. You know, the internet wasn't even really up and running yet. You know, but now jiu-jitsu's had such a huge explosion on the internet. You know, you've got like BJJ Weekly out there sending out techniques of the week and other sites, and we're going to feature you on our site. What's your opinion about online jiu-jitsu? People learning jiu-jitsu from YouTube and you know, belt testing online and things like that. What's your opinion?
It's part. You know, like you have to adjust and also to accept some changes. And like it's time to learn also jiu-jitsu on the internet. It's not a problem, you know. But you have to practice on the gym under the professor supervising. It's also very important, you know. Jiu-jitsu not that. It's not about just tapes and DVDs, you know. You have to practice it. You have to scratch. You have to, you know, go over it and do the position. Drilling, you know, is the matter of practicing.
Okay. Talking about drilling and practicing and getting to it, is there a favorite drill you like to do? Is there a favorite technique you go to? Is there a favorite position you have? What's your go-to game plan? What's your fallback?
I like arm bars, you know, like I like from the top in my guard, you know. I like arm bars.
Arm bars from the mount?
Yeah.
Everybody's be on top, smashing arm bar.
Yeah, that's good. Keep it simple.
Yeah. The fundamentals, right? You gotta keep it basic.
Yeah.
Good deal. You know, over your 20-year span, you're a multi-time champion on the BJJ stage, on the Jiu-Jitsu stage. You know, you've got numerous gold medals. What is one of your favorite matches looking back? What's a match that you, if you could go back in time and relive?
Oh my gosh. I think it was my first tournament. I was blue belt, and also that was my first experience in a tournament. And it was in Brazilian championship. That was kind of scary, you know, because I come from South, and in that time the jiu-jitsu is not that big. It was very exciting, you know, like I had 5 fights and I won that, you know, like tapping guys out, you know, was very good, man. Amazing time.
So the first match is always,
Yeah,
always the one that
yeah.
sticks
My
in the
first
memory.
tournament was just perfect. You know, like.
Do you have one you wish you could go back and do again and get maybe different results, or is there one that you wish you could go back in time and fix it?
Man, it's part, you know, like, of course, nobody likes to lose, but it's part, you know, like, I've been learning a lot with my losses, and it's okay, you know, like, I'm feel comfortable. I'm very confident in my jiu-jitsu. I'm doing MMA, some MMA skills, and also jiu-jitsu. I like boxing. I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite opponent or a grudge match opponent? Is there a
Yeah, not my favorite one. Because he beat me twice. Saulo Ribeiro probably was the toughest.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a good grudge match opponent to have right there. Yeah.
I've been there. He's a legend.
Oh wow! All right, thank you so much. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you and thank you so much. I hope
Thank you.
hope the viewers get something out of this. And
Yes.
it's always a pleasure to sit down any chance you get to speak with a black belt and pick your mind. So
Next time, hopefully in Brazil, huh?
yeah, Floripa.
I'll see you there.
I'll put the website up on the video so people can check it out.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
man. Thank you so much. Okay.